Hello everyone, in this tutorial video we are going to study about how we can actually draw the bending moment as well as shear force diagram for the overhanging beam. So far we have seen the same for the cantilever as well as for the simply supported beam. So we can also draw the shear force as well as bending moment diagram for the overhang beam also. So let us at first see what is overhanging beam. When we will say that a particular beam is a overhanging beam, so this is an example of a overhanging beam. In this case you can see that this is an overhang portion which actually is projected out of this support. So if certain type of a structure if you see, then you can say that this is an example of a overhanging beam. So let us try to understand how we can draw the SFT as well as BMD using a simple example like this, that we have a load of 2 kilonewton per meter that has been applied over this overhanging beam. Okay, so the one and most important thing is that you must keep in your mind is the sign convention. Okay, so we will always stick with the sign convention, whether it is for the shear force or for the bending moment diagram. So according to the sign convention, which states that if you are taking a cross section, wait, I will just draw it for you. uh, Let us suppose that this is the cross section x. So according to sign convention, it says that if if the vertical load is acting on the right hand side in the downward direction, then the shear force will be positive, and if it is acting from the below, then the shear force will be negative. And if you are considering the left hand side of this cross section, then if the load is acting in the upward direction, then the shear force will be positive, and if the load acts in the downward direction on the left hand side of this cross section, then it will be negative. As well as the same sign convention we will use for the bending moment also, which says that if there is if the load is applied from the top, and if there is shagging, then that will be a positive bending moment, and if there is a hogging, then it will be a negative bending moment. So we will be just using these sign convention, and by using these convention we can easily draw the bending moment as well as shear force diagram. So let us understand this via one example, that 2 kilonewton per meter has been applied over this overhanging beam having support A, B, and we have to find the shear force bending moment at A, B and C particularly. Okay, so before moving forward you must understand what is point of contraflexure. So this point of contraflexure is a point where bending moment is zero. As you can see from this diagram, that at this point, at the point E, the bending moment is zero. So that is the point of contraflexure where the bending moment changes sign from positive to negative and its value is zero. Okay, so before proceeding with this question, you must be able to determine these reactions. Okay, if 2 kilonewton per meter has been applied and you are not able to calculate this reaction, then you can't proceed in this numerical further. So how you can determine these reactions on the support? You have to take just a second. Let us suppose that this is the section. Okay, this is the plane about which the moment is zero, then only we can actually determine the end reaction. So we will be taking this plane, and about this plane every moment will be zero. Okay, so and the two major forces will be this RB and this UDL. So this times of this distance and 2 times of 6 divided by the distance, that will be 3 meter that way, and equated, that will be 36, and then we can get the value of RB, and the RB here will be 9 9 kilonewton. So by this way we can actually calculate the value of RB. So we have calculated the value of the RB. Now we have to calculate the value of RA. So that since the total load which is acting on this beam is 4 5 6 6 times of 12, 6 times of 2 is 12, 12 minus 9, that will give you 3. So we have calculated this support reaction. Okay, so now only we can, if we know the support reaction, then only we can actually calculate the SFD as well as BMD of this certain type of structure. Okay, now next important thing in this case will be to know what is the point at which the point of contraflexure will be there. So since you know that at this point the shear force will be 0, okay, so if you just write one equation where Fx equals to 0 due to the forces of Ra and due to this force for a distance x, that is 2 times of x. So if you use this formula that 3 minus of 2 times of x equals to 0, then we can find this point of contrafluxure, which is 1.5 meters. So this point of contrafluxure here will be at a distance of 1.5 meter. Okay, so these things we have calculated. Now we will move forward to calculate the SFD as well as BMD. So at first we will go on to determine the shear force diagram. Okay, so again we can take any cross section. Let us suppose that now it's on you that which section do you take, either left hand side or right hand side. It depends upon you. Either you can go from left to right of this section, or you can go from right to left of this section. It's up to you. I will not force anyone that you should go from left to right in order to obtain this shear force diagram, or you should go from this right to left in order to obtain this shear force diagram. It's up to you that which methodology you obtain, but the end result will be the same, that you will get you will be able to get this diagram. So let us consider the first case when you are going from right to left. Okay, now since this is the load that has been applied over this section, that is having a rate of 2 kilonewton per meter. Okay, and we know that it the shear force is linear, and that will have a value of Wx. So at this point it will be having a value of 4, because 2 times 2 will give you 4. Okay, so this is the value of 4, and you know that the reaction over here is 9. Okay, so 4 times 4 minus 9, that will give you -5. Okay, so you will come at this point. Okay, now you, in order to obtain all the shear force at this at any given section, you can just have a cross section over here, and you can write the equation again. Let's say you have written at this. Now if you want to find out what is the shear force at this place, then that will be due to this force. Okay, so let us assume that if you want to calculate the shear force at this place, then at this place let this distance at a distance of x from this end point. Okay, so that will be that shear force at this place will be equals to Wx, as simple as that. That is plus Wx, and at this point there will be, and since the reaction is 9 over here, so that will come here as -9. So you have to write minus plus 2 times of x minus of 9, so that will give you a certain value over here. That will be a minus value. Obviously this is greater, so from here you can get this negative value, and if you again move forward after this point, you will get positive value. Okay, so by this way you can determine this shear force diagram. And if you know this shear force diagram, you only need to do one thing, multiply by that perpendicular distance, and you will get this bending moment diagram. Okay, so let us consider this case, how this 4 has come. So you know that if you want to just have the bending moment at this place, what you are going to do, you know that this is 2, this is 2, and the moment will be here, where that will be Wx square over 2. So W times of 2 square over 2 will give you 4. So bending moment at this place will be 4. Similarly, if you want to have the bending moment at this place, then you know the distance is 1.5, and from this it is 2.5. So this 2.5 plus 2, okay, that will give you 4.5. So 2 times of 4.5 whole square over 2, that will be a negative value, that will be a negative shear force value, and plus times of 9 cross 2.5, and that will give you 22.5. So if you add both of them together, you will get 2.25 value. That is the bending moment value at this place, that is 2.25. okay, so by this way you can actually draw this SFD and BMD of such type of hanging type of structure. Okay, so if in the question, if it is given a certain point load at this place, let's say for example, if in the question it is given point load is acting at this place, or at this place, or at this place. Okay, so you don't need to worry, the distance will be given, and the analysis will be done on the same basis, because actually we are converting this UDL into the point load. So if the point load is given, then it is very simple to just to draw all these type of SFD and BMD diagrams. So that will be for this lecture on the overhanging beam. In the next lecture we will be discussing on the SFD and BMD diagram of fixed beam. Okay, thank you.